Okay, I thought it might be a good idea to break the monotony of doing undead and kind of a bunch of highborn knights, and I'm going to instead do Radukar the Wolf, who is a vampire and he looks quite lordly. So it's very different to what I've been doing recently. The good thing is, nice push fit model. So sometimes I don't like push fit models. I think that they can have bad gaps, but then other times you'll have push fit models that are an absolute pleasure to build and go together really well. I'm hoping this is going to be an easy build. So dead simple this one. Start off, we need to cut out 1 and 2. I've been having a good look at the miniatures that effectively form his retinue as well, and his retinue comprise of quite cool undead ogres. I have to say it right, don't I? Otherwise, well, I don't have to say it right, but I want to say it right. Anyway, what is the consequence of not saying it right? Being people saying online you're saying it wrong. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so having quite a it's unbelievable how many models I've built in the last 2 weeks. My thumb is aching. My wrists are aching, although that might be an unrelated matter. But you can see this poor thumb's taking a lot of beating at the moment. See, as I said, because I don't really use these kind of miniatures for Age of Sigmar, because I'm more focused on order and destruction. My son does have a death army, so for him this is like perfect model to use. And when he's not being used in that, as I said in my kind of review video, models like this make cool Blood Bowl coaches as well. Can't hide that. The wolf pelt on his back as well. I mean, said there's a lot of cool features on this model. As I said, when I was looking at him, it kind of screamed Kislev to me. So I think as well, putting him on a square base for Warhammer the Old World could look really good as well. I think he would actually make a very charming model, actually. Right, let me just check this. So it kind of wraps under like that and pops in this hole here, just making sure that it's in the right position as I do it. It does feel like it's that way, and then it sits in that position there, so I don't think it goes any other way, because yeah, it wouldn't work. So yeah, it's basically like that, through that, and then it's nice and snug in. Okay, well, the next little part that we need is our main body. Does feel like this is going to be a very quick build today, doesn't it? Which is good, because with everything else I've got to build, could do with a quick one. Just having a look at that. See, looks like I've muddled up my bases somewhere, moving stuff around, because that obviously doesn't go on this base. So I'll have to find that probably when I'm done with the video. Now let's see how this part kind of slides on here. You can see there's like a little, not like couple of little points, so I'm pretty certain that you need to get this arm around like this, and then it's obvious that this kind of slots in here, doesn't it? But that's going to be a little bit of a battle to make sure that that goes on how it should do, I'm guessing. But it does do it. If you get it lined up right, it'll just kind of force it into the right position as it clicks. Or it'll force it out instead. No. I thought I got it then perfectly. I was like, yes, it went in. And then it decided against it. Right. If I rest my thumb against this so it can't kind of pop downwards. There we go. Just be careful, because you could end up breaking the pin, being too harsh, but it looks like I've managed it. And looks like we're coming to the end of this now. It looks like it's just such a simple build, isn't it? You know, there's no real hassle on this. I always used to love vampire armies. I have to admit, the vampiric armies look so beautiful. In fact, for those of you who, and really I advise this, go on Facebook and sign up for the Heavier Metal group. It just goes on there, because there's so many talented painters, but there's so many people willing to give like really nice advice to people like who want help understanding things. So the reason I say go on there is because some of the Games Workshop artists, from painting to model making, are on there, and they show off like some of their sculpts. You know, they'll say, I made this like when I was at Games Workshop, and actually being able to, you know, be in contact with those people, it's really amazing. And you know, they'll chime in and give advice, and you know, give thumbs up and say, you know, that's cool. A lot of professional art studios are on there that do the models, and I absolutely love being on there. Anyway, someone posted there, I think it was Manfred von Karlstein, the sculpt. I'll have to remember the guy's name now, but I was like, wow. It's like, I think for someone like myself, it's like touching greatness. Right, here we go. Right, got to get this to pin in now, because this part is going to pin the rest of the model together. Oh. There we go. Now, let's squeeze this. Fingers crossed this is not going to have any gaps in it, but I always personally find push fits can be a bit horrible for gaps. But this one doesn't seem that bad, actually, considering it had... Yeah, in fact, actually, it's gone together quite well. I think there's a little bit up here where I might have to maybe pop a bit of glue in. And I'm going to have to dig out where I've put his base. I must have shuffled all my bases when I was opening my Stormbringers up. I just want to try and get a bit of glue in this hole here. See if I can just get it to hold together a little bit. There we go. That is Radukar the Wolf. I actually want the rest of his retinue now. He's absolutely cool. I love him. He looks the part, doesn't he? And as I said, you could easily put him on a square base and use him as a vampire count. I mean, you know, he does just about squeeze onto an old hammer base. I think he's gonna be... I'm gonna have to make a Kislev Fiend undead army, aren't I, for him? Just for him. I'm gonna spend... I really need to control myself. I can't just be wasting money and spending more. But I feel like if the vampire counts ever come out, he is gonna be an amazing looking vampire count lord. So, you know, love him. Glad I got him now. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.